Okay, I believe we're okay to start. I think we're good. Made. Oh gosh, Steam has to restart apparently. I started Steam like 5 minutes ago or whatever. Steam said it was updating. Okay, great. Steam pulls up. Now Steam has to restart and update, I guess. Okay. Fine. So I don't know how much longer it'll be before we actually find John's daughter. I'm a little concerned that it's going to be bad news for John, but we'll find out. Oh, what the? Yeah, Steam deals. Blah, blah, blah. And play. There we go. Play. Okay. I was like, takes forever to start, apparently. It's interesting. It doesn't, not that I care, not that it matters, but it doesn't do the Brotherhood title card or whatever before we get into this menu screen. I always have to wait for a second to make sure that the menu screen is going to display, meaning the rest of the game will display when we start playing. Alright. I might need to back out my hat one. Hang on. Feels like it's... Uh-oh. That's not going to sit down at all. I think it might be the same as it was. Whatever. Alright, I'll need to loosen that at some point. Okay. Load. Alright. We gotta figure out... So I've already pulled whatever from the robot. Pistol. This is still empty, so at some point I assume we're gonna either pull it apart and then use it for something else, or get ammo for it. I guess maybe we'd stick it in something and gum up gears or something, possibly. High temperature slug gun. Nitrogen canister. I don't know where we're trying. Are we trying to go here, or are we trying to go over here? We're trying to go over here. I don't have a key for it. I don't recall seeing anything in over here, or where we first got on this level. So maybe we're trying to go through here, but I can't because... Is this scanning? Maybe this is trying to scan him or something. Nope. Seemed to be the case. Twisted metal. If I go stand on this power pad, it powers something up. But I don't see what got powered up.
Internal message. Reclamation plant requires preventative maintenance as per Directive 19-86.
Yeah, the dinner reservation was at 6, but she said she couldn't make it because I was playing this game. Hello? The guy was talking to me over the speaker, but okay. So you can use this sink, but you can't use this sink. Not even a handprint marks the surface of the sparkling clean sink. Probably the type with a built-in cleaning drone. And this just lowers and raises that. Can this shoot this? So if I put this over there. Okay. And I come back here. Can I now use this on that? I don't know if he's going to stay at a distance, though. No, he's going to get all close and then... Oh. So he didn't use it? But I don't have any bullets for this. What if I double click? Will that... Hang on. Airlock... Oh, nice. Okay, so at first, because it was liquid nitrogen, it froze that, and then he shot it again. Nice, I like it. High temperature slug gun. Okay, so we're through. So do we not go this way? I feel like we're supposed to get through here also. Maybe we find something over here, though. Alright. It has fallen from the operating table only to crawl in aimless peregrination, no doubt delirious. Hybrid. Strapped down hybrid. Frighteningly thin creature courtesy of Kane Corporation. That's only a little bit disturbing. It's moving but seems to be unaware of its surroundings, or it could simply have accepted its fate. Both bodies barely show signs of life. And it is tiny, clinging onto life by only the finest thread. Not a pleasant sight to watch. Something so small on the fine line between life and death. Its body is wasted away to little more than sinew. Jeez. Hey, Faux Fox, welcome. Creature strains at its bindings. It seems healthy, though, judging by the fury in its eyes. It's far from pleased. So the only thing you missed was I had from the previous rooms in this area, I had a liquid nitrogen canister. So if you look over here on this side, so basically this was in the previous screen was in the upper left after you raise the elevator up. So I put the liquid nitrogen canister here, and then I used this high temperature slug gun to shoot the canister first. That froze, this door was locked, so that froze the door completely in ice, and then he shot it again, and it shattered the ice. So, yeah, I know, well, because when you come on, obviously you want to make sure you didn't miss anything. I know, that's fine, I don't mind you asking, but yeah, I knew you were going to ask that, so that's why I said that. So, anyway, so that's how we got in here. That's the only thing that's happened so far. And then I was reading the descriptions here. So, this one is a very thin, strapped-down hybrid. This is a hybrid that's fallen from the table. It's crawling around in aimless peregrination. Delirious. This one is either unaware of its surroundings or doesn't know what's going on. These two are barely alive. This is like basically almost destroyed. It's almost dead. Then this one is healthy, but it seems extremely angry. So these are a bunch of the hybrids they were working on, which is awesome. I'm a little nervous about getting close to them at all, though. But okay, let me, I don't know if it will have saved getting into here or not. Let me save this. It's not that big of a deal to redo the canister, but it takes, you know, some time that we won't waste if I don't have to redo it. Dr. Charlotte M. Williams, January 18th. So remember, keep in mind, this whole last year, we're into like January or February of the year following. So when you start with January, that's like a year ago. January 18th. Oh, Francis, I still lie awake at night thinking of you. You haunt my dreams, my nightmares, and my fantasies. We found love, dear, even when we worked in Kane's Sydney lab, creating viral strains that could turn a human inside out. We loved and made love. Ours was a match made in heaven. We worked on only the most exciting viruses and pathogens. Our work together was a Mozart requiem, a piece of perfection. My work now is a pale limitation of what it once was, or was once. Oh, Francis. How long ago was it now? It must be 10 years, but it feels only like yesterday. You were too sick to transfer to the Groomlake when I did. You died just as I took up my post. But don't fret, my angel. I began concocting a way of bringing you back to life. I always called you my little Frankenstein. Do you remember? Shredding the boundary between life and death was always your ultimate goal. Well now, with Project Seed entering its second phase, my plans can finally be put into practice. Oh, gall, really? She's trying to take, like, I'm assuming she's going to take some of his DNA or something and try to bring Francis back to life? That can't be good. March 20th. Laboratories are off limits between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., so that's when I work. Naturally, I prepare all the calculations and machine settings in my quarters. I keep the subject under a false name in one of the pods. So far, not even Dr. Milan knows what I'm doing. Each major laboratory operation I perform takes no more than an hour, and I always erase the machine records at the end of each one. I'm using your DNA, my darling. With the enhanced regenerative abilities of the genetic material we've already synthesized for Seed, you will be reborn. But you'll be impervious to physical degeneration, immune to sickness and pain. I'll have done what you would have wanted and made you perfect. And when you step healthy, unblemished, and reconstituted from your glass womb, you'll never leave me again. Yeah, that can't end in tears. So a couple months later, May 23rd, things have felt strange lately. My work continues, but I swear, darling Francis, I can feel you watching me. I'm trying to work longer hours to complete the new and reborn you, but it's not easy. Marvin has already had a look at some of my work. I'm sure, as if he'd have any concept of what I'm trying to achieve anyway. Oh, I see. Marvin has already had a look at some of my work, I'm sure. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that's how you do that, okay. July 30th, so another couple months later, about 9 weeks later. I still wonder, my darling, why you cursed me as you died. You know it was an accident. I know you remember that. It wasn't murder. I've never committed a murder, not even when we tested that pathogen on those troublesome neighbors. It was an experiment. How were we to know they'd choked to death on their own innards? I suppose death was a possibility, but that's science. I fear for your continued life. I'm afraid Milan knows. Who else knows? Have they contaminated you? I will run extra tests to make sure your code is not flawed or altered in any way. I'm anxious. I've started scratching my arms, badly. At this rate, I may end up looking like that leprous toad, Bachman. I don't remember who Bachman is. I'm assuming the machines are keeping him alive, probably doing some kind of an IV drip thing. I'm assuming. December 29th. Like, you remember in Soma? I don't remember her name now, but that woman we found way at the end, she was from Greenland originally. Yeah, I think it's the same kind of a thing, probably. There's like some nutrition drip is probably keeping him alive, I assume. December 29th. Oh, my dearest Francis, I have failed you. Milan knows. He confronted me about it directly. He wants me to make you just like them. I cannot have you crawling on all fours like some dog in the street. The very idea offends me. I will protect you with my life. You will be reborn. I swear this on my life. Alright. I don't know what, if anything, we can do at the terminal. Conjoined hybrid fused at the spine. Appears immobile, but its heads frequently scan the room. This is not freaky at all. Alright, hopefully this hybrid doesn't grab me. We'll find out. Birth reports. Subject 82509, Lana. Subject's host, Tara McCormick, First Lieutenant, Marine Liaison. Subject observations, rambunctious. Subject appears to have inherited her mother's powerful physical build and latent aggression. Lana has the makings of an excellent alpha female candidate. Recommendation, move Lana to a group cell, as isolation appears to promote irritability. Subject 82517, Daryl. Subject's host, Willow Brody, nurse, medical deck. Subject observations, quiet but intelligent. Attempted to pick the lock on his cell yesterday, but failed to escape. Excellent puzzle-solving skills, and while not especially aggressive, he has a strong build. A thinker, clearly. Subject 82522, Frederick. Host Marie Maxwell, non-crew member. Caterer from Phobos. Oh, okay, Okay, subject shows little of his mother's solid frame, but is a superb hunter. Stalks and learns tactics by observing the others. Appears to be developing a strong tactical mind. Oh. That's not great. Okay. Wait, why when I do this is there this up here? Probably a glitch. Probably supposed to be this and it's just a typo. Anyway, subject 82599, nay. Right as I clicked that? It's not a good sign. I don't know. Possibly. We'll have to see. I'm also not sure if I want to necessarily. I mean, I don't know. These aren't hybrids, so they can be dangerous. But it's possible because these are the experiments of. I don't remember her name already. The PDA, the woman who wrote the PDA logs we just read before this. So since I think these are her experiments. So I'm not sure, because these could potentially be something that could protect us from the little alien on all fours thing that was in medical before. I don't know, but I don't know how. We'll have to see how this plays out and what the options it gives us are. Subject nay, host Ellen Maracheck, space tourist. Oh no! This is his wife, Ellen. So I think Ellen's dead. I mean, I don't know that they kill the host or kill the the host, but I think so. I wonder also if this isn't actually his daughter, and these are the readings that Taya was seeing. Well, it might. I don't know. Yeah, it might be humane to do that. We'll have to see. So Ellen Maracheck, space tourist. One to watch. That was the host. So Nay's observations. One to watch. Cunning, extraordinarily fast, and dangerous. Appears to prefer isolation as attempted pairings results in fatalities. Takes an alpha role easily. Dominates the other Novi. A definite candidate for Lana's mate. Yeah, we just have the reports at this terminal. We'll have to see if there's another one. I'm actually not sure if there will be. Yeah, his name is John Maracheck. And the host for that last one, Nay, is Ellen Maracheck. I think that's his wife's name. Or his daughter, but I don't think that his daughter could be a host for a hybrid, right? Because I think it's like those ladies in the other room where they're pregnant and they give birth, right? So I think that's his wife was the host. Which means she might be dead. Because the ladies in there... well, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would assume he'd recognize one of those women as his wife. So, unless his wife is somewhere else, which is possible, but unless his wife is somewhere else, I'm going to go on the assumption that she's dead. Fluid drainage. The twin valve fluid drainage system is a smart piece of design, keeping the two fluids separate. What two fluids? I don't know, but okay. So there's no hand on this one. There's a bone mending glue here. Are there any plastic sheeting? Protective plastic sheeting spans many of the operating bays, not for modesty purposes, but to limit the splatter range. I'm not seeing terminals for turning them off. There's this terminal which doesn't have that option, and then that's a PDA. Let's see if there's something else. There's machinery here. Machine attached to the drip is on and configurable, although it is far from ready to use. So maybe if I get something else, I can get that to work. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I feel like there's no, except for this, there's really nothing in here to do, I don't think. Let's do this, oh, or that way, that's fine, I guess. I was gonna go this way, but I guess it's going to the left. Bone mending glue. Okay. Anything I can use on that? None of this stuff seems to make sense using on a operating machine of some kind. Bone mending glue. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is the only... There's machinery here. Some machinery's been shut off and tucked out of the way.
They're almost human, especially their eyes.
Don't get too close.
Okay, some of these might end up in death, so let's save it. Before I start trying to analyze these more closely. So that one just did that, didn't really do anything else. Now these two are more dangerous potentially because they're right there. Okay, this one, this dangerous one, I'm thinking, yeah, probably not. This one, yeah, okay, I think we're done. I don't think I want to try to go to this one that looks like it's got fury. Strains at its bindings. Yeah, that cannot be good, right? Alright. Let's... Frosted glass portals. Frosted glass just like in a typical doctor's office. Oh, and then we exit down here to another area. Let's go here. Try to stay away from them, just in case. Pathing otherwise takes us close. We're in a new area. Okay. This one here, I suppose it's getting analyzed or something, but that can't be good. Oh my gosh. Glass wall. That observation wall is stained top to bottom with an unpleasant array of sticky dried substances. Okay. Mainframe computer. Computer hums with activity processing petabytes of essential body data. Surprisingly antiquated considering the surroundings, but then appearances can be deceiving. Storage drives. A freestanding data hub made for pharmaceutical companies. Okay. Coolant pipes. When this much data needs processing, overheating is common. These machines must use a nitrogen-based coolant to keep the computer systems running smoothly. An array of computer screens hangs above. A complex user rig is dormant and awaiting a trained medical technician. I don't know about that. I'm definitely not a trained medical technician. I'm gonna die going down here. Watch. Alright, let's save it again. Alright. Well, so on the hybrids in the other room, there was no control to interact with him other than clicking to look, and then he runs up close to him to look. Other than that, there wasn't any control for deactivating him on a terminal panel or anything like that.
Don't go any further. I'm warning you now.
How could you do this?
I do with my children as I see fit.
It's barbaric.
Spare me the pity of the righteous. Your daughter owes her life to me.
What do you know about Rebecca?
ARG was good on this ship, Mr. Maracheck. Cancer, HIV, Ebola. I eliminated them all. Her life is mine to do with as I choose. Oh yes, I know about everything, Johnny boy. I know about your daughter, and all about your wife. You are accountable.
Jammed his signal, John. You need to hurry. We're close.
Dr. G. Milan. So a year ago, January 1st, they fear the oh no. A new year begins, the wheel turns, and the Groomlake continues to lead the vanguard of scientific discovery for all humankind. Yet I feel dissatisfied. Even as the peons who work under me celebrate the new year, I wonder why. Why would you celebrate such an asinine concept as an outdated Gregorian calendar on a ship that's currently swimming through the depths of space? Reason is clear. Comfort. They fear the unknown, the alien, the impossible. I do not. I embrace the unforgiving cosmos with open arms. The problem is with the research we do is the humans doing it, constrained as they are by conscience, remorse, and sometimes even fear. We try to grasp the infinite, give it a framework that ill-fits its cosmic splendor. This is my 10th year as Special Projects Director for Kane Corporation. Despite my discoveries and quests for knowledge, I'm held back at every turn by paperwork, moralizing scientists and that group of degenerate toadies that I sit on the board with. If I were to rid of them, then my word would be God. My word. Not the word of a corporation. Still, they have their uses. The research is funded by Kane, and the Groomlake is kept running by the money and the personnel they provide. But the time will come when all this changes, you mark my words. A couple months later, 10 weeks later, I'm inundated with emails from all departments about inconsistencies with storage and contaminated samples. This grand masquerade is sometimes more tedious than it's actually worth. Worst of all was Dr. Way and that technician, Ms. Callister, is it? I normally make short work of such troublemakers, but it hardly seems worthwhile. Troublemakers must be allowed to make trouble, because if they disappear, that legitimizes their claims, and somebody will always take up the fallen Crusader's torch. Dr. Bachman's tendencies are becoming harder to restrain. I'm well aware of his shortcomings. The old man is as brilliant as he is deranged, yet manages to go about his work with a sociopathic glee. He's useful to have around. He has requested more bodies for seed, specifically more women who were recently pregnant. That is problematic, as we have very few such women on board, and imports are not easy to come by. We may have to play this one under the radar. May 20th, so a couple months later. Oh, so they fear the unknown, the alien, the impossible. Is the first one. Dr. Bachman's tendencies are becoming harder to restrain. Okay, the importance of seed. That fool, Dr. Gray, complained yet again about his beloved insects becoming more aggressive as a result of the power outages. So what? Let them spill out onto the decks as far as I'm concerned. The importance of seed outranks the hydroponics project work by 1,000 to 1. I do like playing chess with Dr. Gray, of course. I win every time. A little fact he's unlikely to tell anyone, although he does seem quite happy to contact anyone who's interested with the opinion that he'd be the next best candidate for my job. Sebastian, you would not, could not, handle what I do. If you believe otherwise, you're as great a fool as I imagine you to be. When the day that I foresee comes, your rotting corpse will be under my feet, and I will laugh. July 4th, so 2 months later, or, well, like 6.5 weeks later. Recreating a dead lover in the form of a hybrid? Dr. Williams is still under the delusion that I don't know about her personal research. Officially, it's illegal for staff to conduct their own research, but this is interesting. Recreating a dead lover in the form of a hybrid. How fascinating. If it works, I'll make use of it. If it doesn't, then it'll burn with the rest of the rejects. The woman is obsessed, and I know that DeSantos is playing no small part in feeding her delusions. I know her secret research won't cause me any problems, or I would never have allowed her on Project Seed. Okay, and then another couple months, let's see, 3 months later, 3.5 months later. He'd keep the fungus alive. So it seems contaminated waste from the corpse disposal overspill is contaminating the ship. It's causing fungal growth, so my various drones tell me. The fungus is a riveting proposition, though. While I'm angry at Dr. Bachman for terminating more subjects than strictly necessary, these unintended side effects are fascinating. I intimated as much to Dr. Gray, and of course stroked his ego with hints at promotion and glory. He'll keep the fungus alive. The engineers want it destroyed, but I'm sure we can delay that. This experiment is becoming more engaging by the day, and I haven't even had to lift a finger. So while they clog up my inbox with demands and Rome burns, I plan to play the violin. We're more than secure here anyway, and this has a certain inevitability about it. I must record the daily developments as the experiment grows. Month later, or 5 weeks later, it is as I foresaw. Panic, destruction, and mayhem. And yet, Seed continues apace. Once the fervor and the flame dies down, we'll sweep the decks of detritus and repurpose all of it for my beautiful hybrid creations. No more growing plants for the good of mankind. God is no longer in the machine, my friends. I am God. Another 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. My beautiful children have excelled themselves. They kill, they learn, they adapt. A primal species without any of the trappings of morality. It's their time now. They almost came to be once, many years ago. It was snuffed out by humanity, afraid of its natural successors. This systematic extermination was given a name. The Eugenics Wars. The public knew it was a corporate affair, or corporate warfare. In truth, it was a coordinated genocide. Humanity wasn't ready for Professor Guerin's astounding discovery and sought to destroy it. His work was not perfect, of course. That's where I came in. I spent most of my life as part of Kane, trying to access Professor Guerin's original work. Old Man Kane pushed me to the top because we shared an ideal, the utilization of science for the perfection of humanity. Where we differed were the methods by which this was to be achieved. Not that he had much more to say after I held that pillow to his face as he lay in his hospital bed. All for a higher purpose. Creation of our species from raw subjects will become impossible now that the crew are dead, dying, or unclean. But that's hardly an issue. Any subjects who are flawed or imperfect have been turned into the fertilizer that will nurture the perfection of the surviving race. Now the challenge is moving the Groomlake out of range of any other ships. No one can be allowed to escape the ship alive. Any good, strong survivors will become members of the new race. I am their creator. I control. I transcend. And finally, the very beginning of this year. DeSantos, I'm so very disappointed in you. A distress signal? I thought you were of one mind here in Seed. I'll castrate and destroy you for this betrayal. Your flawed body is hardly worthy of becoming one of my children, but for now, I must turn off this accursed signal. You cannot hide from me, Marvin, you drug-peddling little... What is this? What would require such intense monitoring for this highly technical rig? This? I assume? Life support machinery. The machine charts the heartbeat of the wretch strapped to the table. So Taya said don't get too close, so its pulse seems steady. Can I go around this way without getting close to it? I'd like to avoid it if I can. Surgical labor, a new remotely operated surgical model, utterly lethal in the wrong hands. It could split steel just as easily as it does flesh. Too bad I can't take that with me. Maybe I can cut something else open later. Another PDA. Robert Lincoln. I've been reassigned to investigate the disappearance. I've been reassigned to investigate the disappearance and murder of 2 scientists in the employ of Dr. Milan. A strange matter, to be sure. I've been observing the movements of some of these eggheads, and I can't say I'm too impressed. Doesn't anybody around here record their comings or goings? Or make any notes? There's no traditional organization in this department whatsoever. Project Seed answers to nobody, this I know. But I thought these scientific types always made notes. Not that I care about admin, but I very much care about finding out who's selling weapons-grade secrets. Industrial secrets are a matter of life and death, especially death in this case. My investigation will be thorough, and no stone will be left unturned. Staff here are strange, and in fact, I'd say lots of them are even crazy. But I couldn't care less about that. I just want names and answers. That was middle of the previous year. So a couple weeks later, I got this job because I get things done, and not because of my warm and caring personality. At the moment, people are taking umbrage to my investigation. Security is a constant, an essential part of shipboard life, especially when we're talking about industrial espionage. I'm not sure where the 2 missing scientists are, but it seems, based on the modified records I've found, that they were killed and ejected into space. Any other man would assume that these 2 were criminals, but I don't buy that. Didn't you read Dr. Milan's PDA? No, I'm just kidding. They probably weren't lying out at the time. Anyway, as far as subjects go, I've ruled out Charlotte Williams and Marvin DeSantos. Charlotte because she doesn't know where she is half of the time, and DeSantos because he's just a smirking for brains. I'm confident that he's involved in drug dealing, and I will give him this. He is cautious and acts like he's a real ladies' man. But I know the truth. I've seen him rejected repeatedly at the bar. Not that that has to do with the price of rice, but okay. About a month later, 3.5 weeks later. Oh, whoops. There are a few men in this world who will do what has to be done. Since July, I've had to operate under the pretense that I'm an assistant. It's lucky that in my career I had some emergency room experience. The only other person who knows about my true purpose here is Dr. Milan. He's been encouraging. He constantly supplies me with the information that I require for my investigation, and at times is a little over-helpful. Yeah, I'm sure Dr. Milan had him killed. Still, he seems honest enough. For the record, I'm well aware of the kind of man Dr. Milan is. I've seen his experiments with my own eyes. I've seen what happens when the bodies are disposed of, and the burning fires of the furnaces. But he does what's required to justify the means. There are few men in this world who will do what has to be done. That, I admire. Storytelling festivals, yeah, it'll be fun, huh? He told me to watch over Dr. Williams' experiments. It seems they're unofficial, and although I've prepared a report to King to have her removed from her position, Dr. Milan immediately overrode my request. I respect him, but to be honest, I don't like having my authority overruled. Okay, about 2.5 months later, Bachman of all people was sniffing around today. It seems the old psychopath suddenly became curious. I asked Dr. Milan for further instructions, and he told me to incapacitate the old man. This I did. A shame I had to break the old guy's kneecaps. Honestly, I was hoping to slit his throat. Dr. Milan insisted that he remain alive. Alive and in pain, but unable to move. I'm revisiting my earlier opinion of that DeSantos character. I still think he's a pathetic little but I now believe he's partly responsible for some of the stolen information. He strikes me as an amateur, put up to this by an outside agent. I'll deal with DeSantos soon, but first I've got to monitor his movements. Make one move, pal, and I'll have you. Okay, and then mid-November. Dr. Milan has earmarked me for one of his experiments. I know this because when I attempted to leave the ship to report to Kane Corp, I discovered that my access was restricted and blocked. I came back to my quarters and found Milan waiting here. He was waiting with 2 of those hellish critters that he's created. I'm not squeamish, but those things make me nauseous. I'm currently awaiting what he calls processing. I suppose at this stage I should make peace with God. I've killed many men in my life, and I'll never say that I feel remorse for it. And I won't give Dr. Milan the satisfaction of hearing me pray for mercy. My last notes on this affair are that Dr. Milan himself is at the heart of the events on board the ship. I was blind to it. I was wondering, like, as he had the priest locked, I'm like, dude, you're not investigating Milan? I refused to believe that he was capable of creating such devastation. I always thought that scientists liked control, but Milan breaks all the rules as far as science is concerned. He leaks information, the fungal growth, the missing scientists. I'm beginning to suspect he even knew that DeSantos was actually selling intelligence, and may have fed him the information to sell. To what end, I do not know. I suspect it was because DeSantos kept Bachman drugged to the eyeballs with whatever powerful stimulants he happened to have, so Bachman could continue his work. I can hear the machines being turned on. I welcome my fate. At least, I know that I did my job for Kane Corporation. Yeah, at least. Okay. Dude, I mean, you're basically dead, but sure, at least. I'm pretty sure I don't want to approach this. Open power cell housing? Mechanical utility housing awaits a replacement power cell? First of all, I don't think I have a power cell. And secondly, do I actually want to be touching that? Probably friggin' not. I don't think this is good. Monitors are dark, only to be awakened when it's time for an operation. Okay. Go around this as much as possible. Not getting close to the hybrid who has a sunken gray face glaring with malice. Because that sounds awesome. How would I get to... Okay, so I just go back here and then across, I suppose. Alright. Back up. No! Stop. Can I not go this way? No, I can't. Apparently. Oh. I hadn't actually meant to do anything to the wall specifically, but apparently he's doing something. Oh, okay, so am I going to cut that open? Is that what I'm doing? Bone mending glue. It's glue, so I don't expect that would weaken the glass at all. What?
I don't think this will fit.
What about over here? Okay. No. Let's go down. So in theory, I could do something with the glass, but I don't know what. Like all three of those potentially can do power cells. See, if I can figure out how to get, because there are some power cells. There are some power cells at other points. I just don't know how you... It's a power pad, right? So maybe that's only for heavy-duty equipment. So maybe I don't actually... Not sure. Can I use this on this? Can I even get through here at all? Oh, if you can. Bone mending glue. I wonder if I go back out to that first area over in the upper right, if the glue is for something like that. Were they not in sync before, or they're not in sync now? I'm not sure. So I have specific settings I can use, and then if it's different, like if it's going in and out, that's probably a problem with YouTube, and or I guess you're on YouTube right now, so on YouTube, possibly Twitch as well, because if it keeps changing, I'm not making any adjustments on my software, so it has to be something else that's causing the changes, right?
I can try to make it fit, but it may break. That's just crazy. This isn't gonna work. This isn't going to work.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So these have the symbol, and you can rotate the symbol or something, but I don't have anything that matches that, so I'm not actually sure. And then he walks if you do that, so it's not... I'm assuming I need some bar or key or something with this symbol, I think. Since this has a housing, or has a power cell in it, I think I need to get this and then get whatever's inside there, and then I can use that maybe on that hybrids thing. But I don't know how I'm gonna get that key or whatever.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
So I think maybe I bend this into a particular shape, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to accomplish that, so... See, there's another see, that's what I assume is you need like keys or something, and then you have the power cell up like where we just were. There's a power cell here, and then I think there's a power cell in the room where the pregnant women are, and we probably want all three of those power cells for that hybrid thing. I just don't know how you get them. Like I don't know where there's a key or something. And were these were all just logs, or was there anything you could do with these? It's just a log, yeah, from Dr. Milan. This is from Dr. Bachman. This doesn't say anything either, so it's possible. Because it says the host is being kept alive, has undergone transfusion. So this is possible. This is Milan's wife, maybe. Maybe there's hope, I'm not sure. Really? Let's see, I might be able to make an adjustment really fast. Hang on a sec. Let me see if there's an adjustment I can make. Because there's a thing for latency, I believe. Let's see. Wait, what? No, it should be. Why did that change? Did it? Weird. I don't even know. See, the problem is these are all pushed to mute. That's not what I want. Maybe there's something over here. Audio track. Stream delay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like maybe it's I'm not sure actually. I feel like maybe it's a setting. I'm just not finding it. I don't want to spend too much time on it right on the middle of the stream, obviously, but I'll try to look at it and see if I can figure something out. Anyway, so it's possible that his wife is still alive. Birth mother given through verse prior was an error. Yeah, so all of those are just reports. Typical hospital screens used to protect the dignity of a patient. Taking a look at human skeleton, corpse creature being preserved. May have been between two heads or fused together in a pair of spines meet. Each spine wraps around the other like a gnarled mountain range. Test results flash across the screen. But it doesn't say what the results are. Console's dormant awaiting input from the staff who will never return to work in the slaughterhouse. The thing is, I'm not actually trying to go through all these logs yet. I'm trying to find I don't know that I can. I'm trying to find... Just in case this gets me killed, although I don't think anything will happen, but just in case. I'm trying to find some kind of a key or something, right?
Can you hear me? Do you know where you are?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if she's going to be or not. I mean, I would hope so too. I just don't know if that's going to be the case. How do I get these is the thing, right? I should be able to open these somehow. See, he walks over there. I don't know how I eject those. I'm positive, though, that you need to get... Because there happen to be 3 of those, and there happen to be 3 empty cells up where the hybrids are. I mean, they can't be coincidence, right? Birthing laboratory.
Failure. Integrity compromised in
Don't worry.
systems.
I'm here. I'm gonna help you. Soon you'll be out of here. This is just a bad dream.
But see, here's the third power cell I was talking about. And I really don't know how you... And then he walks. He doesn't do anything with it. Once you look at it, he doesn't actually do anything with it, so I'm not sure. Oh, you put glue into the hole? And then you get... Interesting. Power cell housing lock imprint. There we go. Now I can use this to unlock it. Aha! Figured it out.
Power cell may result in subject termination and or equipment failure.
No. There's nothing to apologize about. It's possible. The problem with lag is, especially in this kind of situations, you never know where it might be, right? There is potential latency over the internet. So there might be some like delay I could do on my end so that it won't actually send. So the way it would work is if the delay is caused on my end and I talk and then a couple seconds later the sound comes, the delay you would want to create is on displaying the video. So it would basically, the video would happen, but it would queue it up. Then when the video, like, so if there were 2 seconds delay on the voice, the video would wait 2 seconds and then display so that it would catch up to the audio, or so the audio would catch up to it. That's a way possibly to take care of it on my end, although I'd have to look at settings. Another possibility is YouTube or Twitch is having the delay, in which case that's mostly out of my control. I can still try to compensate, But if it's a one-time thing where other streaming sessions are normally fine, I would have to change the settings back, or else my future settings, when everything was fixed on their end, would always be off in the reverse direction. And then, of course, it's possible there's something on your end, too. Although, if the sound of the game and the sound of my mic are at different points. So, if everything is lined up right, except the mic going with my webcam, it's actually probably something on my end. I just have to look at the setting to see. Okay, so I'm going to grab this, and this is going to kill all the women in here, plus the little hybrid fetuses, I think. Gosh. Okay. Night, ladies.
Go to sleep, my baby. Don't worry.
Yep, all three of those women are dead now. They were all being kept alive by that one power cell. Her chest no longer rises and falls with breath. She's been saved from her misery and expired in her sleep, if only the look on her face were more grateful. Unfortunately, the fetus still... The fetuses are still alive. Like, I was hoping that would kill the fetuses, too, but apparently not. So that's fantastic. Okay, let's go out here. Grab this one. Power cell, yep.
Power cell will result in power interruptions in areas adjacent to this node.
Yep. And now all these lights are probably going to go off, and now it's going to be super scary in this room. Because there's no longer light. That's awesome. And finally, all these hybrid things are probably going to die too. All the women are, yeah. Oh. Alright, well, whatever. But yeah, all those women are dead now, yep. Because the power was what was keeping them, like, their life support going. Oh, it didn't kill these things, apparently. Not sure what it shut down, but... Alright, so now we're going to go over here, go back up. Save it before I do it, because it might get me killed. But I'm pretty sure you use the power cells on that hybrids thing. Oh, friggin... Gosh dang it. Okay, save. I don't like him being right next to that friggin' hybrid. That's friggin' scary. I don't know what I do at this point, though. So I did that. I mean, I can't seem to get over to here. I don't actually know. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna break free of its restraints and attack me, and if so, if it'll kill me. I don't know if it's just gonna stay strapped to the bed. Like, I don't like this at all. Okay, what? This doesn't say anything except it just does. Squirms in its medical restraints, great black eyes and sunken gray face glare with mouth. It's the same as before. So nothing that way has changed. And none of these look like you interact with them, they just give you a description. So I'm actually not sure. I'm positive that's what you needed to do. I just don't know now, after that, what you... Oh, you can't go... Oh, there you go. And then can you go left here? No. Apparently not. Alright, I guess that's as far that way as you can. Curtain marks the beginning of a private surgical bay, although close inspection reveals nothing of great interest. I still don't know what I do with this. I find it very suspicious that you put these power cells in here, but that they don't... I mean, it turned this from red to green. I don't know what that means, though. Like, what? Oh! I'm gonna use the friggin' surgical laser on it. Oh, god dang it. This is gonna totally... One, this is gonna be horrible for the creature. Like, it is still a life form. Like, would you really want to make it suffer? And then number two... Potentially could get you killed also. Alright, here we go. Smell of freshly spilled blood and guts fills the air. The creature's been cut raggedly in half. I don't know what the point of that was other than you're killing the creature, though. Oh. And now we can exit out that way. Apparently you had to kill the creature and destroy all this first, or something. Alright. You say so. Yeah, right? Cutting it in half just cuz. Environmental control and life support
The environmental control and life support system has been compromised. Please report to the visitor center for further instructions.
Shattered glass, melted pieces of glass lay among the other splintered remains. Yeah, that's because I just broke the window open. I guess we just go through here. I'm not seeing descriptions of other stuff around here generally. First, Dr. Milan told me not to go any further, and then he cuts it in half. Like, why? Okay. I really feel like if he was worried about what Milan might do to his daughter, he wouldn't have done that when Milan warned him to do that. And also, if you can rotate the laser wherever, then why did he have to kill the hybrid in the first place? Granted, the hybrid looked angry, but I'm just saying, I don't... Okay. Feels like, hang on.
Abnormal neural activity detected.
Abnormal neural activity? Is that me? Or is that something else? Not sure. Warning sign. Sensor signs displayed along the walls. Animal testing. Gas mask zone. Oh, somebody need a gas mask of some kind? Sensor signs displaying. Yep, same thing. And there's another one of these things that blocks the way. Is there a way through that? I feel like there's not a way through these. You can imagine people being farmed through here like cattle. Not a pleasant picture. Where am I going to get a gas mask? I don't remember seeing a gas mask at all. Is there a gas mask in here somewhere? I might have just missed hovering over it. Not seeing it when I go through different things. Trying to see if anything looks like it's friggin' alive. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dead hybrid in cage. Creature reeks as if it had been dead for some time. Creature contained here are malnourished, desiccated husks. Yeah. Stench is thoroughly vile, a rotten mishmash of smells that range from putrescent to death. Is a reinforced stainless steel cage, only a few square feet, but barely large enough for a small animal. Distended limb drops quickly to the ground. Wait, what? Just suddenly the limb drops to the ground? What the crapping? Okay. Prison for these poor beings, but more like a disposal area. Does heaven have a place for a creature that was created in hell? These are moral questions, right? Kind of like with Soma, you had moral questions too about If you're a copy of your consciousness, is your consciousness you, the old version, or is the new version you, or both you? It is propped up against the bars of this tiny prison, surrounded by similarly small cages. Jeez, it's awful. More corpses for the incinerator. The creature stares vacantly into the dark, a victim of its own existence. I mean, this is just disturbing on so many levels. Okay, I don't know if there's anything to do in here. I don't see a power cell to try to grab for whatever future reason. Whoop.
Restaurants on levels 2 and 3 are now closed.
The standing limb drops quickly to the ground. It may look dead, but the drained thing can still move a little.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it.
I think that'll just break it.
This? You can try to kill it?
I think that would break.
And there's no point in this.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
So I guess that's it. Are they all dead, alive still, or? I mean, the others said it was dead too, but... Well, technically that one did say it moved, so there is a reason to think that that one would still be alive, potentially. Yeah, but other than having like a jump scare, what's the point of this? I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I guess maybe I come back or something because I'm not sure at the moment. But I know you can't get in here because it's locked. Viewing portals for the dispassionate scientists of Project Seed. Oh gosh, jump scare?
Needs to know about this.
Holy crap, dude. Dead bodies. A mass of creatures, human and hybrid, huddled together in their final goodbyes. Some fought for a way out or held each other near as the gas pooled in. It's a holocaust is what it is. Oh my gosh. Dude. These creatures, frozen in fear as gas crept insidiously through the vents, now lie still, twisted in agony. This chamber was constructed with the express purpose of filling it with a containable, noxious gas. Yeah, Kane Corporation, nice, great company. Walls have been scoured with scratches. Broken fingernails are evidence of a desperate attempt to escape. Oh my gosh. These poor people and the creatures, the hybrids too, like everything. This is not science, but murder. Yeah, seriously, dude. Lights illuminate desiccated corpses and agony clenched fists into sharp, arc-lit relief. I don't even know if there's anything to do in there. It doesn't look like it's open, so I'm gonna think probably not. Extremely disturbing, obviously. Oh, really? Oh, there's Milan. How friggin' stupid Milan. Did I just die? Nothing I can do right now, literally. It's a cutscene. I don't even have a cursor. Well, that's awesome. I really hope Milan gets his comeuppance. Holy hell, this guy is evil. All for the science.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit!
Listen, Milan.
Dr. Malan.
Let's discuss this rationally.
Enough! I'll see you soon, Miss Hensley. Give my regards to Weglin. Mr. Maracheck, you sneaky bastard. Not to worry, I can speed up this little family reunion.
What have you done with Rebecca?
She's right, yeah.
Rebecca!
You took away my life's work, Mr. Maracheck. Now let me return the favor. Cage 7 open. Enjoy the show. I'm off to deal with Judas.
Crap. And I have nothing? DNA scanner. What's this? IV tubing, transfer tubes used to pump liquids directly into the body. Recycling drain. An organic soup is congealed around the edge of the recycling drain. I feel something terrible is going to happen when you go try to help Rebecca. Surgical observation room would provide an excellent view of any procedure being performed below. Or something is really wrong with Rebecca, which is actually probably more likely. Plastic sheeting below you is spattered with vile fluids. Rebecca Maracheck, yeah, I'm sure she's not well. Okay, well, let's... Jeez. Guess we'll save it here. We're in a new area, so let's do a new save. Yeah, let's see what happens when I do this. Sure, it's not good. Becca plays in the room, clearly unaware of how close you are.
Hybrid detected in Vivarium 14.
Rebecca, no! Rebecca, run! Kill me! Take me! Rebecca! Rebecca, no! Rebecca, run! Kill me! Take me! Rebecca! 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 Rebecca!
John? I understand you're emotional. You can still get Ellen. We can save her.
My question is, what happened to the hybrid now that it killed Rebecca?
You need to put your daughter's DNA into the scanner.
I'm living in a nightmare. I can't do this. I just can't do this.
You don't have a choice. Lan is a monster. We need to find Ellen. You need to put Rebecca's blood into the scanner. Now!
Complete.
Scanning. Can you get out of there?
Disposed of biological material for processing at recycling station 0314.
It says dispose of it, but I can't grab the teddy bear again. Okay. Our organic soup is congealed around the edge of the recycling drain.
Sleep now, my angel.
Hidden corrosion is visible in the aluminum gangway. Foul solution spews from the open pipe. Faint smell of acrid smoke spews from the drainage vent. The occasional guttural gurgle echoes down, deep down the drainage pipe. Pumping equipment. The technical apparatus used to pump and regulate the flow of chemical in this processing and recycling plant. Dead body in a hazmat suit? Gosh. Okay, melted balustrade. Over a long period, the putrid acidic fumes of melted balustrade. So I guess I want to drop and then quickly go get the hazmat suit, maybe? I don't know. Guess we'll see.
John? Are you there?
Yes.
I found her. Your wife is in the military wing. I'm on my way there.
That bright yellow hazmat suit pointlessly still protects decomposing corpse from the toxic environment. I can't actually... Oh, glove? Okay, of some kind. Hazmat glove, okay, sure. And a PDA. He's gonna be, and not surprisingly, obviously, but now he's gonna be crying the whole rest of the time because his daughter just friggin' got eaten by a stupid friggin' hybrid. I hate when villains get away with crap. Okay, anyway. Dwayne H. Jones, Drainage Service Technician Level 3. Log 1988, deleted and or damaged. Abandonment. No feeling like it. Betrayal. There's another one that cuts deep. To be betrayed and abandoned by your own family, well, what can I say? It's been 10 years since Maggie put my name into the Progressive Assistant Selected Suicide Lottery for 10,000 cash from the government. No questions asked. They said it was a fantastic deal. All that cash and only a super slim chance that my name would be selected. The state wins in the long run with one last welfare case. My family gets a cash bonus. Do I have any say in this? No. So April 15th rolls along and bam, just my luck. My name is picked along with a few thousand other unluckily. I did the only thing I could, the only thing I've ever really done. I ran. I joined Kane Corporation and headed as far away from my blood-sucking wife as possible. I've worked my way up the ranks here. Level 3 gets me limited seed access, which means I clean up some weird and disgusting, but at least nobody talks to me or asks questions, so that suits me just fine. Who cares? At least I'm alive and kicking, master of my own destiny. Keeping that in mind, I've been stuck in this room for a few days now with only the dead as company. Nobody's looking for me, but at least the bodies have stopped falling into the acid vats. That green goo is my way out to a better place. A sip of that, and I'll be assisting my own suicide. To anybody reading this, please pass this message on to my wife. You, Maggie. That sucks. Metal grating, tough metal bars from a secure barrier to what lies beyond. Still not able to. That's acid. I don't want to touch the acid. Control stream of corrosive liquid spills from the siphon. Let's see. There's not a whole lot here. I have a glove. If I do... Alright. Let's save it. Again. There. Let's do the glove on the acid, maybe?
Okay, I'm in the military wing. It's dark. No lights.
Keep your head down and stay away from the walls. And listen, you'll hear him before you see him.
Yes, okay. Okay.
Jeez, I hope Taya ends up being okay too. Friggin'. Well, unless she turns out to be a traitor or something too. That's always a possibility, but... The acid on there so I can get in, maybe? Melted hazmat glove. You think? With the acid? Yeah, maybe. Metal grating.
Too close. That was too goddamn close.
Calm yourself. Panic and you won't make it. Focus. Breathe. Shit, Tia. Come in.
I can hear you. I made it. I'm in a storage locker. I don't think they saw me. I'll contact you when I'm clear.
I'll be waiting.
Warning. Oxygen processor has experienced a critical failure. Report to the visitor center for immediate evacuation.
Okay. Thomas Rohorzka, cleaner, personal data tag, blah blah blah, security level 0. Nuno, I'm butchering these names, I'm sure. Sorry, everybody. Nuno Andrade, waiter, security level 0. AJ Schrader, provisional crewman, level 0. Prosthetic arm. Radical advancements in artificial technologies have resulted in bionic arms and hands that are indistinguishable from real limbs. This prosthetic arm is made from a synthetic steel and carbon fiber composite. Erland Hole, civilian, level 0. Nicholas Vandemale Cucci, level 0, security. Human remains, macabre mess of body parts. So many of these, like, holy crap, dude. Alexander Bokach, civilian, security level 0. Thomas White, morale officer, security level 0. Power distribution box. Electrical node facilitates power distribution throughout this region of the Groomlake. Human remains. Foul-smelling mountain of flesh crawls with several post-mortem insects. Okay. A grisly pile of meat. Ew. Gross. Okay. Prosthetic arm. Are you kidding me? Hybrid or human remains. There's a freaking hybrid in there. Crawling around. God dang it. I do not like that at all. That's holy frick. Holy frick, holy frick, holy frick, holy frick, holy frick. Yeah, I have to do something with this. I don't know what. Something. Don't run all the way over here. The hybrid's over there, you friggin' fruitcake. So nervous. Okay. Fried. And he dies. I died, but I got an achievement. Fried. Okay. That's probably a bad idea, yeah. I probably want to put the, now that I think about it, oh gosh, I'm there. Okay, well, whatever.
Too close. That was too goddamn close.
Calm yourself. Panic and you won't make it. Focus. Breathe.
I'm in a storage locker. I don't think they saw me. I'll contact you when I'm clear.
I'll be waiting.
Okay, so we're gonna save it. I didn't remember to save it, I don't think, when I got in this room, right? Okay. Prosthetic arm. It's gonna be the friggin' hybrid crawl out of whatever again.
Center for immediate evacuation.
That is not super disturbing at all. Okay, over here. Whoops. This. Save. Alright. We're gonna do this on here. And now this. There.
I'm in the limb regeneration lab. There are arms, legs.
One step at a time. How close are you to Ellen?
She's in a storage bay. 2 floors up. I'm close.
actually don't know. So do I time this then? I guess I need to, huh? Oh, friggin'. Can I put something in there to hold it open, maybe? I don't know how I keep that. Oh, the cogs? Series of interlocking teeth are wrapped around the mechanical wheels. Nope. Don't throw that on the cogs, huh? Yes, there's gonna be something else in the room that I've missed that I need to put in the cogs, I think, to hold them temporarily so I can get through. Is there a way to get up above here? No, right? There's no visible way to get on this catwalk. Foul-smelling mountain of flesh crawls with several post-mortem insects, yeah. Oh. What the gross? Fallen hybrid, child-sized carcass appears soft and deflated, brittle bones protrude, piercing the translucent skin at odd angles. What the? Gross. Stomp achievement. Yeah, he just killed the hybrid that killed Rebecca.
I'm in the cargo bay. I'm close. 5 yards. 4, 3. Got her.
What? What is it? Is she okay?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, John. She's fine. Still in stasis. I'm going to have to find a way to move her to the hangar.
Please, be careful. Keep her under. The last time I woke someone up.
Hybrid intestines in the cogs. I was wondering because you saw it kind of crawl after you grabbed the prosthetic arm. You saw it in the upper right kind of crawl through the flesh, so I was like, And I knew I had to kind of stomp up the cogs. I just didn't know how, right? So.
Almost at the hangar. John, I need to explain the situation.
Well, Miss Hensley. And it looks like you brought our friend along.
Milan, Taya!
God dang it. I'm really frustrated now. I feel like Taya's not good either. Although, in fairness, maybe she's trying to atone somewhat for what she may have done, which we don't know specifics, but I mean, I'm just saying. Coolant pipes for the refrigerators are active and in good condition. High voltage wireless power pad provides portable energy source for engineers and mechanics. For use by the supervising engineer for the collection and indexing of cargo. And a corpse, of course, in the chair. And then a PDA, and then another terminal. Dusty but murmurs with power. Let's do this first, see what this lights up or whatever. Anything? Doesn't seem to have done anything. Alright, so that may or may not be useful. Let's... Can I go here, or is it just... No, it doesn't seem to kill a corpse. Jared Winslow, February 6th, so a year ago. I try really hard not to think any less of Scotty, but I swear the boy ain't got a caring bone in his body. Plus, I bet he doesn't know, or he don't know what... Okay, try this again. I try real hard not to think any less of Scotty, but I swear that boy ain't got a caring bone in his body. Plus, I bet he don't know what any of those big words he uses mean. He's always hinting that when we're back home, he could be partners in business. I got myself a job on a damn spaceship. Does he reckon I'd need any help getting a job? A month later. And I know, horrible southern accent. Anyway, back before the rapid transport system was running through the Groomlake, folks used to get around in these really slow transport pods. I found one, tucked behind a pile of storage crates. I've been working on it for maybe a month now. Reckon I can get it working. April 1st, a couple weeks later. Scott played an April Fool's joke on me. Dumped some water on me while I was working on the pod. I accidentally cut him real bad with a wrench. Anyways, I'm going to play a little joke on him and set his favorite book on fire. Not today. Sometime when he won't expect it. Then a couple months later... Pod's coming along great. A couple more months and maybe I can test it out. My kid brother Judd be so proud. He used to help me work on cars all the time. One time he was fixing the brakes on the old clunker when one of the jacks broke. I know he's in a better place now, but I still feel bad. I pray about it every day, and I know that God knows that I didn't mean to do it. I promise to him that I'm not trying to be so angry anymore. Then a couple months, about 10 weeks later, all finished. I had to get some parts printed with the nanite machine, but I'm sure Stefan didn't mind much. Can't wait to try it out. The next day, Scott says the pod won't work and that I'll get into trouble for it. Who the hell does he think he is? I made sure it would work. I ain't stupid. It's getting real hard to breathe and just pray about stuff. People like Scotty, God lets them live for some reason or other. A couple months later, Albert noticed something strange, or some strange mushroom stuff growing all over engineering today. Guess we're gonna have to get to cleaning. Week later, good news and bad news. We had to scrub like mama on laundry day, so the gunk is just about gone. Bad news is, it's all over the damn place. Scott has been real nice since I burned that book of his. Okay, a month later, or 3 weeks later. Scott is nicer every day. Bible said he'd change it if oh my gosh, I can't read. Okay, try it again. Scotty's nicer every day. The Bible said he'd change if I was nice to him. And look what happened. A little bit of bread goes a long way in the house of God. Months later. Damn, this ain't good. Ship's on level 7 lockdown. Looks like we're gonna get real familiar with one another down here. Okay, a week later, a little less than a week later, 5 days later. Folks must have got mighty hungry. Screams are echoing everywhere. Scotty and me are gonna lock down engineering, shut down the baskets, and close the umbilical bridge. Keep them away from the twins. Who are the twins? What the? I don't know who the twins are. Alright. 2 days later, it's Judd all over. I swear I didn't mean to. I couldn't get Scotty to shut up and stop making a ruckus. Just wanted to shut him up. I swear I didn't push too hard. But for goodness sake, he was being so damn loud. It just gets to where a guy can't take it no more. He thought he was better than me all along. Well, he did now. Just staring at me. Gotta tuck him away somewhere. And then another couple days, I hear him. He's been laughing, crying, cracking jokes. He won't stop. Can't get him to stop. Folks says I can fix just about anything with a screwdriver. Already fixed Scotty. Already fixed Judd. God wants us to fix folks up when they're broken. Can I fix me? Alright, well that's unfortunate end to Judd and Scotty, sounds like, and what was his name? Jared. Yep. Yes. Okay. Terminal. Test database. Database incomplete. Maintenance bay pod control. Okay, let's do this first. March 1st, regarding test message. Attempting to fix the pod terminal. March 1st again. I think I got it working. Oh, sorta probably. Sort W, and then you tried to hit backspace and it did that. Backspace don't work. Still can't do much but make entries. 2 weeks later. On, open. How do I get access to the other functions? Okay. Wait, was that? No, yeah. So April 5th. System notification failed to complete transmission. Path. You ain't a radio is invalid, or recipient is currently offline. A little frustrated there, maybe. May 12th, database incomplete. Okay. June 20th. Terminal now recognizes the pod. Pod door hydraulic can be accessed but not opened. Wait, the hydraulics can be accessed. Okay. And then finally, pod functional. Pod is ready to roll. Terminal works well enough but cannot erase test posts. Okay. And pod control. Maintenance bay pod open. Okay. I guess we're gonna go. Jeez. Alright. Slight graphical glitch. The chair spins, then he spins. They should have worked that out, get them to spin the same time. Janitorial office disposal area. Visitor center expansion, maybe? Because we had just been the disposal area, right? We don't want to go back there, probably. I'm guessing. Yeah, see that they're at work. They were at the same time. It was just at the previous spot where they weren't. I guess I could technically go to another location. So maybe I want to at some point, but let's see. Okay. Hang on. What is me over here? Scaffolding. Temporary platform is left to rot in the sealed maintenance bay.
Gotta find another way out.
Panel. Retinal scanner. Okay. I don't have a retina to use. I guess I get out of this for now. I'm gonna find somebody's dead body.
Looks like it was sealed in during construction.
I'm gonna have to find somebody's body and then use their... Oh, friggin', okay. Heavy duty loader covered in a thin layer of sparkling dust sits idle. Thick plastic sheets dangle forgotten among the unfinished construction projects. I might have to go to the other area first. I thought I'd already been there, but maybe not. Okay, I think I need to go to the other area and get like a retina from somebody dead. Maybe, and then come back. See that? It's coming out is fine. It's going in that it doesn't time it well. Alright. I guess we'll go to the disposal area then. And then destruction is in the bottom right corner written on it. Okay. I guess we'll go to the disposal area first. Oh, gross. Really? Yeah, I mean, I guess what do you expect from the disposal? See this? This whole thing is like messed up. Anyway, okay. Luster surface punctured by occasional ripple.
Please proceed to gate 9 immediately.
Corpse, Leon Bouchard, crewman, Groomlake General, like general crewman, I guess something. Security level 1. Ernest Gunn, chemist, C-Med, security level 2. This is so gross. E-Touch, medical lab technician, C-Med, security level 2.
These creatures are following their base instincts. Breeding, eating.
Matei Eugen Vasile, structural engineer, security level 2. Soft organic growth. Coarse material resembles the softness and stickiness of used chewing gum. Oh, that's just gross. Heavy lump of flesh glistens. Javier Tomei, senior medical assistant, C-Med, security level 1. Carl Anstead, junior command personnel, C-Med, security level 2. So gross, dude. So gross. Soft organic growth. Coarse material resembles the softness and stickiness of used... Yeah, same thing. Okay. Oh, and you continue that way. Oh, that's great. We can continue on. Oh, it's wonderful. I'm totally loving that. Creeping phlegm. Functions viscous mucus is unknown. Except to make everything gross and disgusting. None of these have an interact, though. They're all just view. Eyeball. So I think we have to go further in to be able to get... So gross. Sir Jordi Escobar. Junior crewman, Groomlake General, security level 1. Oh, gosh. Okay.
The tower. Maintenance and repair and solid waste disposal facility is overdue by 9,125 days.
Oh, is that all?
Never
So
seen
they
anything as disgusting as this place.
So they've done maintenance and repair recently, it sounds like. 9,125 days?
Thank you.
I don't even know how much that it converts to in years. 365 in a single year, right? So what is that? 730. So it's like roughly 3 years is 1,000. So it's like been 27, 28 years, something like that. Oh my gosh. So in other words, they've never done maintenance here, really. Let's be realistic. Scaffolding. Further evidence these areas were under construction, sealed off, and never completed. Abstract form and effigy has been sculpted from a slab of mucus. Its role is unknown. Big face. It's gross. Really gross. Lethargic hybrid idles painfully on the floor. These stupid hybrid, more and more. Organic surface now, one with hybrid reminiscent of the cloning vats. Genetic anomaly grows from the wall like a cancerous tumor. Hybrid creature sits bloated, quietly moaning and groaning in discomfort. Loader inside growth. Loader's been engulfed in gelatinous mucus. Plasma cutter. Versatile slicing tool has been fixed to the side of the loader. I'm sure I need that. I don't know how to get over there without the hybrids friggin' sensing me or some garbage. Hard bony growth. Knobs of bone protrude from the surface. Abomination lies motionless in a puddle of putrid liquid. Really? It's not motionless, it's moving, but okay. We'll pretend like it's emotionless, or it's motionless. I have a very bad feeling about this. So many hybrids. All it takes is a bit of motion for them to go crazy and go after me, right? Suck. Okay. Can I go this way without attracting? Okay. Loader distribution box. This? I got a power cell, right? Yep. Okay. I think that's it, right? Nothing else? Yeah, that's it. I think I need to go now. Nope, okay. I guess we'll go that way. I wouldn't have run that way on my own. Thanks, game. That's super messed up and not great. This one looks less dissolved. I wonder if... Try this on some of these corpses, see if I can get an eyeball or something.
I don't know what I was thinking there.
Well, maybe not.
No. Crazy.
Not really crazy when you think you might need an eyeball or something, but okay. You say it's crazy, I suppose. Solidified mucus? That's just gross. I wonder if I need to do anything with that bony matter on this other side. Why? If I do this on the bone?
No. Crazy.
Okay. In that case, I think we just go. Solidified mucus. Probably also nothing on this, right?
I can't see it working like that.
Yeah. It said a retinal scanner. The thing is, I don't know how I'm going to do a retinal scanner on the other one. But I think the only way you can go is that way, and then it obviously is blocked off. Oh, but you know what? There is... The scaffolding on the other one, I wonder if I cut that. Now he spins after the door's closed. Yeah, I mean, you know, but I'm just saying it says a retinal scanner. Whose eye? I'm sure I'm not authorized to stick my own eye, right? But there was a body in the janitorial office. I wonder if one of those guys, if that corpse is maybe authorized.
That's just crazy. Although... no. Crazy.
Alright, so no. Okay, so I guess we'll go back to the park and the visitor center or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was now. Yeah. Visitor center expansion. I mean, in this game, given some of the stuff we've had to do in this game so far, I just assume like cutting eyeballs off and crap out is some of the normal stuff. That's so weird that it's glitched on other levels, but this one is just fine. It's so strange. Okay, anyway. See, that's retinal scanner right here. That's why I was wondering, but okay. They're powered downloader. Loose panel is that. Okay, what if I do this on the scaffolding?
It doesn't work like that.
No, okay. What if I do this on the loose panel?
I can't see it working like that.
No. Okay. Let's see.
I don't think this will fit.
Okay, so it's not that this doesn't have power, because those don't go together. Okay. Plastic sheets. I very much prefer this area to the other, that gross thing, but you know, stuff. Nothing surprises you? Rah! Did that surprise you? Just kidding. It's gotta be. You gotta get an eyeball or something from somebody, right? Because I don't know what else you can do here. There's nothing else to do. If you go down here, this doesn't open, so you can't really...
Welcome to the Groomlake Visitor Center.
Yeah, I was kidding.
Please ensure your personal data tag is updated with your medical history and is functioning.
You're just gonna go like, I can't get through. Need to find another way. God dang it, I'm gonna have to go back to the gross area. Must have missed something there, I guess. This is very gross. So what, we have a power cell, we have a laser cutter, and we have his PDT or whatever tag. That he had taken out of him in the medical bay. Well, like, none of these bodies look like...
I don't think this will fit. No, that's ridiculous.
There's nothing else in here, yeah. So we're definitely done with the distribution box. Not sure. I suppose this is a hybrid that died or something. It doesn't have an identification like a normal dead body, so I would assume it's not one of the crew or somebody that they have a record of. Oh, this way, this way. Alright, god dang it. Just friggin' go. It goes totally the different way than what I click, but okay. Why does that go to the next? Okay, whatever. I don't even know. I really don't know. Okay. Obviously, I'm missing something. I don't know. I feel like... I feel almost like it's just an Easter egg or something. Like it's not actually... And I don't know. But I feel like it's just kind of a joke or something. It's not actually supposed to be a face, or that somebody actually went there and formed it into a face. Can you imagine going to a putrid area like that and going, oh, this mucus is just fine, I'm not grossed out or anything, and then forming it into a face? That'd be weird, right? I would think that would not be normal behavior, so I positively did it anyway.
This is the first boarding announcement for lifeboat 8 through 25. Any passengers requiring special assistance to begin boarding at this time.
Henry Kane was appointed to exercise control over East Asian Pacific debt repayment through mining asset acquisition. Did you know? Kane Mining Limited was rebranded as Kane Corporation in June 2009. Charles Gardner
loose panel, which we already looked at, and it's a retinal scanner, nothing else. The scaffolding he won't do anything with either, so I don't know. But that is one thing I would be I'm surprised. Was there something? I wonder. I go back to the janitor thing. If there's somewhere there to put a power cell in, maybe that's what I'm missing. We need to put the power cell in the janitor's office for some reason. Try that and see. I'm not sure. It is kind of cool the different ways you have them moving from one area of the ship to another, right? Pretty cool.
It doesn't work like that.
No. Okay. And I did this before, right? It won't.
This isn't going to work.
It won't do that. Destroy refrigerator for storing objects requiring a low temperature.
Solar panels damaged in section 19B on RM81. Auxiliary electrical subsystem engaged.
Yeah, so that's all stuff I've already done. Brought this here, for example. No. Cut the wires?
I can't see it working like that.
Maybe cut the refrigerator open? I don't know. Hey! He's actually gonna do it. Frozen body. Gross! Smashed the head. Got an eyeball though. Okay, so that was for the scanner. Oh, and there's a PDA on him. Alright, let's read the PDA. Scott Tanaka. February 6th. Jared would make for a useful business partner, but I cannot even suggest it without him erupting into a fit of rage and beginning to rant that ain't how it's done in my family. Does the man honestly expect to get anywhere without once taking help from those more intelligent than he is? A week later, the Groomlake has been a pleasure to be aboard thus far. I'll just read normal. Much more entertaining than being on Earth. Even my family's private island isn't this entertaining. Granted, there isn't much left to do now that all the indigenous animals have been hunted and killed. Space, however, is infinite. He comes from a family with a private island? Damn, dude. Okay, May 20th. I feel as though planning an April Fool's joke almost 2 weeks in advance is a little pathetic, especially when the plan consists of a single prank: pouring water on Jared. April 2nd, I poured water on him, just a little glass, and the consequence? Bulking dimwit chased me down the corridor with a wrench, slicing a reasonable portion of my forehead open. I'm now thoroughly convinced that he's deranged and will be doing some investigation. Month and a half later, after agreeing to transfer some of money, I convinced Dr. Graham to obtain Jared's medical records for me. Jared really is mentally ill. He suffers from outbursts of rage. According to one report, he murdered his brother by crushing him to death with a car. He goes on to note that Jared believes it to be the will of the Lord, capitalized, just like that. How in the hell did he manage to get a position in the most important area of this ship? I'll have to stay on his good side. Month later, 3 weeks later. Yeah, yay, an eyeball. Woohoo, we got one. June 4th. I'm beginning to miss my father's mansion more with each passing day. Having maids and chefs to cater to me is how I was raised. To be responsible for cleaning up after myself and walking all the way to the mess hall for food remains a challenge. August 23rd. About 6 weeks later. Sometimes I question my own sanity. I briefly criticized Jared's hobby of repairing that old transport pod and, oh, the daggered stare he gave me in return. What did I think I could possibly accomplish by talking to him about it? Oh, my bad. It was like 10 weeks later, not 6 weeks. Sorry. Okay. So, about 4 days later. Unbelievable. He burned my thesaurus. Jared marched toward me, ripped it from my hands, and set it on fire. Then he screamed, "April Fools!" and sprinted away, waving the burning pages above his head. September 19th. I can't begin to say how many times I've retyped my entries. They feel not as good? There's a better word, I swear it. I would kill to get my thesaurus back. How can anyone respect me if I don't sound smart? They sound not as good. How about they sound diminished? I don't know. Okay. Week and a couple days later, 9 days later, I give up. I ran into Dr. Graham today, and he remarked that I sounded like less of a pretentious a-hole. Guess I should just talk like an ordinary person from now on. Oh, hey, ordinary is a pretty big word. Not really, but okay, if you think so. Month later, my arms hurt. It was hard work to get all of that fungus out of the generators. We did it though. Cleaning is not easy. I feel a sense of accomplishment. Hey, hard work for the win. Okay, 2 days later. Holy, turns out the guy had a bunch of rations tucked away. He shared them with me, even though he's almost out. If I don't starve to death here, I may have to put him in charge of Tanaka Investments charity, which doesn't exist. Yet. November 22nd, a week later. Rations are here. Engineering is now on total lockdown. We have to keep whatever those things are away from the generators. I don't think we'll ever see the light of day again. At least when I die, it'll be with the only real friend I ever had. Aw. You know he died, though. Obviously, he was frozen in there. And if he wasn't dead already, John just smashed his head. Okay, a month later. Engineering is now on total lockdown. We have to keep whatever those things are away from the... Oh, whoops. I didn't realize that was the last entry. Okay, so we finished. Alright. Yep. Alright, so now we're going to go back again. One more time. And then I'm going to have to end the stream, I think. But that's okay. Visitor Center expansion. I don't know how much more we have in the game, but it sounds like we're getting kind of to the wind-up of the ending anyway. Just not sure how much longer it'll be. We'll see.
This is the post-boarding announcement through 25. Any passengers requiring
All right.
special assistance to begin boarding at this
Do
time.
eyeball on the lease panel.
Welcome to the Groomlake Visitor Center.
Now power cell, I'm assuming.
Enjoy your stay. Please ensure.
Yeah. Go in the loader. We're gonna bust through the scaffolding, I'm assuming. Everything's shaking so much, jeez. Alright, let's see.
Welcome to the Groomlake Visitor Center. Kane Corporation trusts that you'll enjoy your stay. Please ensure your personal data tag is updated with your medical history and is functioning correctly.
Alright. We'll save this here. Okay, and I believe that is it for tonight. So thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow morning if you're able to watch, and if not, I'll see you in my other videos or whatever. Thanks for watching. I'm almost done with a lore video that I will have on BitChute soon, and I also have some other collaboration things that hopefully will be coming out soon as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Till then, peace.